1:17 in the morning. I haven't really done a whole lot today because last night I parked like 3 miles over that way. And if you go to the other side of these sheds, that's where I delivered my load. And now they're loading me from the same location, which is convenient, but I delivered for an 8 o'clock load time this morning, and it's 1:18 right now. So, and I've let's see, I have been here for
you have 7 hours and 41
3 hours and 42
drive
minutes.
time.
So I mean, and it's hot outside, and my batteries are kind of I haven't been driving today, so they haven't been charging. So my air conditioning in the back often turns off to conserve battery power, so I have to go back and turn it back on. Unfortunately, at this plant there is somebody that passed away, and most of the people are at a funeral, so there's one guy loading all the trucks that you see here and doing paperwork. So it can be difficult at times. I'm partially loaded. I've already thrown a couple straps, so I mean it's going to go pretty quick once I get loaded. I mean, and some of these truck drivers are really slow. I'm surprised at how long they're willing to take to strap. I mean, I think there's a guy over here on my right, a truck that was there for over an hour just putting straps on. So I'm not sure why that is, but it is extremely hot today and humid, so I'm drinking water as necessary. Let's see. I just want to check the yeah, it's 95 degrees right now. Let's see if it focuses in. And I don't know how accurate that necessarily is on my truck when it hasn't really been driven. I'm just sitting in the sun. So luckily the clouds every once in a while cover up the direct sunlight, which is great. It's kind of warm in this shirt a little bit, but I mean I tend to cool off pretty quickly. I'm surprised. So protects my. He is now grabbing more lumber to put on the back of my truck. So I imagine that even though I've been here for 3 hours and 45 minutes, that it'll take less than 15 minutes for him to completely load my truck. I'll throw my strap to secure my load, and then I'll pull forward to tarp. I've got my lumber tarps out. You might be able to see one down there in the back, and then the one that goes in the front. I pushed it forward and underneath the trailer, so when he's done loading, I'll just have him throw those tarps up onto the top. So, but that's about it. I think I have to tarp everything and then get him to get me my paperwork. So we'll see how this goes. I'm going to Sugar Land, Texas. And going to Texas, that tends to make it difficult to get loads out of there back towards St. Louis. We'll see what happens. One step at a time, that's all you can do. As with many lumber loads, sometimes it can be questionable as far as how much it actually weighs. And so the best course of action, and this is my experience with my company, is to go to the closest scale. Sorry, I gotta scratch my eye. Go to the closest scale and make sure you're not overweight. And so that's what I did, and fortunately enough I was good to go, so I didn't have to return back. Some may question this. I'm good on my steer axle. My drive axles, I could be 34,000 pounds. And my trailer, now if I had tandem trailer tires, like a dry-van or a temperature control, those are typically rated for 34,000 pounds. I have split axle trailer, which I can have 20,000 pounds on each axle. So with a total weight of 78 to, I don't know why it goes out of focus. I have no control over it. 78 to 80. It's so out of focus I couldn't read that last 8. Kind of funny. Anyway, Oh. Got my keys, wallet. I'm at, oh, I gotta be quiet. This is Texas. I don't know where I'm at. Somewhere in Texas. I'm 164 miles away from Austin. No, I'm northeast of Austin, Texas. And here is my lumber load. One of the main reasons that I decided to get it weighed was they have 3 extra bundles over what they typically send to this company. So it's like, oh okay. Let me go get it weighed. And this particular company also, they don't prevent you from getting on top of your load, so made it really quick. Even though it was 95 to 100 degrees outside and the humidity is still horrendous, I was able to get on top of my load and lay out my tarps really quickly, and then stay on the ground and do all my bungees and everything. I may add a bungee here at this location just because this one's about ready to go. See that? So old bungee's bad, new bungee's good. Wow, humidity here is horrendous. You can just feel the oppression. Anyway, that's pretty much it for my day. It's like 8:20 right now. The sun is setting, and I'm at this truck stop on the so you can kind of make out what that sign says. So if you're familiar with this area of Texas, then you'll know. There was a driver, another Maverick driver, when I was finishing up. I want to say his name was Jacob Malone, and nice guy, and talked to me about his being in the service, and so we swapped some stories, and I let him know that I had been sitting there all day. I think I left at like 2 something. I got there in the morning, I woke up, drove 3 miles, emptied my load, went around to the other side of the gate, same company, picked up this load and left at like 2 o'clock. So kind of a waste of a day. I did get like $30 of detention pay, but I mean, I'd rather drive because I make more money driving. I wish they could make that equal to driving, the detention part. I know there's other companies out there that are now starting to pay more for detention after 1 hour, so it's just in the way truck driving is, I think, going, I think pay is only going to go up for the good companies that have drivers that could be selective on where they want to work. In order to maintain those kind of good drivers, they're going to have to pay more. So anyway, that's a whole nother subject. And the North Park Inn. I was going to park in this front area, but it's on a slope. And I don't like sleeping on a slope. Even though it's just a little bit of a slope, you can tell the difference when you're laying in bed, how you want to roll to one side or the other. So I parked in the back where it's more level. Anyway, that's it for today.